It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got the Dolphins' rocket-armed quarterback, as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more. It's the Dolphins and the Texans, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Houston Texans and the Miami Dolphins. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Dolphins in our ball game here. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situation where he can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where he just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want when you want to, not necessarily just running it 50% of the time and throwing it the same percentage.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, called it the 26. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. And Pierce gets it again on second down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
How'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So here are the Dolphins now with excellent field position to start things out. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Partner, is that what you call a quick hitter? That was actually a bolt of lightning, wasn't it? Right out of the gate.
And, of course, on the heels of him winning AFC Offensive Player of the Week 1 week ago. On 1st down, right back to Hall. And some room to work. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. Runs over, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Dolphins rushing for him on their opening drive of the contest, and it's now 1st and goal.
And after his performance last week, everybody saw it unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there. Scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. A nice pickup there, 10 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Rodgers going to throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Cooper's first catch, and good for a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers to the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Now Rodgers. Cooks on the quick slant. And he is going to have a Texans first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers to Pierce. They set up the screen. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Now Rodgers. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Bradley. game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll give to Hall.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25.
Holding offense.
You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Okay, ready.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. They'll set up a throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be out right at the 35. And hang on here. We've got an injured player, and that's the running back, Breece Hall. Well, Week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out, because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They run again with Hines. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open net is Waddle, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll drop to throw. They'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They run with Hines, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. This is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. They find some open field here. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs. So excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 18 now. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. Oh, heck of a move.
Man.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. First down, they go right back to Pierce. Taken down at the 42.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Rodgers. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Sterling Shepard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit. Boswell good with the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And the result, a Houston touchdown. From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Jalen Waddle running out, and that means that the Dolphins ready for another drive on offense. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here. 3rd quarter, we'll see what else he has in store for us. They begin the drive with Hines. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. It's a room to maneuver. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Hines, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. He'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. Back to throw. And it's incomplete but they cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and this Texans defense stands tall. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a 1st down right out of the gate.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football.
There he goes, right side. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to come into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now, 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
And this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Miami. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Extra point and good by Sanders. These guys will take a 10-point lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. Taken in at the 3. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down.
Back now in Miami. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. On 2nd and 9. Rodgers. That's underneath to Pierce. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. The Texans on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Rodgers to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Bradley Chubb picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Looking at finding Shepard on the crossing route. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Rodgers now to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it. But he is able to keep the feet in bounds. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Rodgers to throw once more. There again is Cooks, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. A run for Pierce out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point put through by Boswell. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no thought of a return here for Hines. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations,
he's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 75 yards. And the Dolphins use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Houston set to take over. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Rodgers now on 1st down. He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's got his man, it's Pierce. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From midfield, here's Rodgers. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Now Rodgers. toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Shepard. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Rodgers to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Rodgers. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Boswell's kick is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And the Dolphins are indeed going to get this, and that should all but do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he's got room. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Right back to him on 1st down. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Now it's Hines. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the 1st down at around the 22. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And they were booed.